first time. It's first time. No, I'm used to saying first time for everything. Welcome back to the podcast, the Beerscape podcast. Finally came up with the name for it. I kind of winged the first one on the spot, and we today's guest is someone real close to me. Another close friend. His name's also Tim.
What's
Timothy,
up?
Timothy Devora. How you been, dog?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just chilling. Just trying to stay alive, bro.
Oh damn. I just got to.
How you been, man? How you been?
I've been good. Coming up with new shit. I like this podcast. Get down from there. Oh shit.
We got
I
the
knew
cat.
this was gonna happen. Nah, but everything goes good
bro.
for you or what? What you been up to?
Just working, really. Working, trying to get better with finances and stuff like that. Definitely trying to get ahead in life. At the moment, it's been very difficult, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, no. I get you, man. Life's pretty hard right now, but in moments. You need to get down from there. Oh my god.
He's gonna snatch onto that.
Oh shit! Hold on. He wasn't supposed to be in here. I always have him out whenever doing videos.
Right.
No, but for the most part, mentally, how you been feeling?
Mentally, it's been a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. With the loss of my mom and stuff like that, especially at such a young age, you know, it's been difficult. My mom, she was a single mother, raised 2 kids, so it was she was always there for me and stuff like that. So it's been difficult, but at the same time, it's kind of made me realize, like, you know, you gotta keep going. Like, unfortunately, life goes on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's sad what happened, but I mean, imagine if she could see you right now.
No, yeah, most definitely.
She'd be like, y'all are filming a video?
Right. I hope I'm making her proud, especially, you know, not being able to hear that from her basically all my life, you know, or like, maybe she has said it, it's just I don't remember it vaguely, but at the same time, it's like, it's hopefully I make her proud, especially with her passing, and just kind of being able to take care of my little sister and the family. And so it's definitely a struggle, but it's a struggle I'm glad I'm going through, in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a learning experience.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It's like part of life, really.
Yeah, no, especially you know, if I have kids and stuff like that, you know, or if I have a wife, and, like, you know, if things go right, then yeah, you know, I'll be able to handle things more better, I guess you can say, whenever it comes to the loss and stuff like that.
Yeah, nah, I get you, man. So, you want to be a motivational speaker?
I thought about it, especially whenever I was younger. I always used to listen to, like, E.T. and
Bro, I still
all
listen
those.
to 'em.
Like, I remember it was 7th grade year, I believe. No, 8th grade year. 8th grade year, we were going into football, and we were starting football up, and I was listening to Ray Lewis's, like, motivational speeches. And I was like
before the game.
yeah,
get you all
I was
hyped
like,
up.
bro, I'm ready to go and just
I'm ready to whoop someone's ass.
for basically, man, it was a good experience. I mean, just being able to, like, Tony Robbins has definitely been one of my favorite, I guess you could say.
I think I've only heard Tony Robbins like a few times, not even that much.
No, I just recently saw a documentary on Netflix about one of his conferences, and bro, I kid you not, it really hit me deep, especially with, like, hearing everybody's stories in a way. It's pretty crazy. I'm like, yo, dude, that's pretty cool how you can just have this many people and be able to, you know, help them with on their journey of life, and, like, especially with their struggles.
Like, I heard a quote once. Well, not even a quote. It was like someone said to know if you're great, you got to be able to make someone else great.
No, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, hopefully, I'm not gonna say I'm making people great, 'cause, you know, I don't know, but I definitely want to be able to impact their life in a positive way.
Other than that, like, what is What's like some like? I know you don't like. You said you wanted to be a motivational speaker, but like, what else? Like, I know you wanted to do a lot more of the
Like,
things.
oh yeah, I'm definitely like ambitious. I hate that I am sometimes, but um, definitely, the motivational speaker was up there. I want to be able to get into real estate, or I'm starting in real estate pretty soon, hopefully.
There's good money there.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. But I don't know. I just had a passion for it whenever I was 15 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was 15 or whatever, but I just never really like did it.
Like it was something you thought about, like I could do it.
Yeah, and then
you never
like
really jumped into it until now.
yeah, and then like hearing about how you can definitely make it without having a license and stuff like that, I was like, nah, that's BS or whatever. Like I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Until you start going into it and
That's
you start
when you
going into the
realize,
rabbit
oh,
hole.
shit,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, dude, that's crazy how these people can make thousands of dollars on just flipping houses, or like, because I definitely want to be able to flip houses, but also be
Yeah.
able to have like rental properties and stuff like that. Just kind of just learning, definitely learning new skills and things like that is definitely something I love doing. But yeah, I mean, I've also wanted to be a mechanic, just so I can go build my own car and stuff like that. Like we had a drag racing truck. It was my stepdad's, but he gave it to me and he was like, "We'll fix it up for you and we'll take it out to the drag strip one time
Oh shit.
and see how it is."
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like, all right,
that's
bet.
badass.
And we took it out, whatever, and the drive shaft broke.
Oh shit.
It had too much power for the drive shaft, and I was
God
like, that's
damn.
crazy.
Just broke off.
No, yeah, it's just, we were on the highway, like, testing it out to see how it goes, and as soon as I hit the gas, just see that thing come flying out. I was
Really?
like, yo, yeah.
And then just the motor just.
I couldn't put it into gear or anything like that, so I just had to put it
Turn
in
it
neutral
just-
and brake as hard as I could. I was like, man, it was difficult.
Oh shit. Nah, yeah, I've had a few experiences like that with cars. Like, I remember this one time with my little hatchback that I had
Mhm.
a long time ago, a few years ago.
Right.
Sparky, a little sport. For some of y'all that know me, you see me in little sport. Now I got my Camaro. I'm glad about that, but blessing really, because I don't know how the fuck I did it, but
Hey, man, God is good, bro.
Loans.
You said
Lots
loans?
of loans.
Yeah, I mean, loans can be good if you put them for the right uses and stuff
You
like
know how to
that.
use 'em, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely all about knowing about the money, how it goes, and stuff like that. And it's pretty crazy how you can learn a lot of stuff even from just the internet itself.
For real, man. Like this YouTube thing, like everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, but I'm crazy.
He's crazy.
See the BEERSHFT yet? No, but that's great, man. Like, so you were telling me about while we were on the phone, you were telling me about the build you wanted to do with your friends.
Oh yeah, we were thinking about possibly building a drift car pretty soon. We don't know exactly when or anything like that.
Oh shit.
We still don't know the car we want or anything like that.
So
but
it's all still like planning out.
yeah, we're just trying to find what has not been invented in a way, or like
Oh,
what hasn't been thought of.
There's a lot.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying,
There's
and
a lot.
that's
You gotta really
like
it
dig
gets to be
into it.
stupid crazy.
Oh yeah, and like the thing is, I don't know if they're gonna drive or they're gonna want to drive. I'm pretty sure they will,
Yeah.
but like whenever it comes to me driving,
like
I'm-
drifting it out.
yeah, like I'm pretty crazy about it, but like I'm not gonna say I'm professional by anything, like by any chance or whatever. Like nah, like I wish I was, but I could definitely get around corners and stuff like that if I need to.
Bro, I did that shit in my Camaro. I'm not gonna say where, but I did that shit in my Camaro nearby a known Walmart.
Yeah, I got you.
And I did it. I pulled the e-brake.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't really know how to drift.
Mhm.
I just said fuck it. So this is what everyone else said,
Right.
and I did it. But on returning back to the straight road, whenever like to fix the wheel, I put it
Mhm.
down, and the fucking wheel just slipped and like it just spun hard to the left. I almost hit the sidewalk. I almost hit a fucking tree.
Dang.
Fucking, and then swerve
You
back
gotta-
into the lane.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to control the car.
And then,
That's definitely it's a process itself too. Like just knowing how to. Well, I prefer a manual. Any car that if any muscle car or any
Sports car.
sports car, I
'Cause-
definitely want a manual.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people say that manuals are better for shifting gears when you gotta go.
Yeah, no, I mean it does, without a doubt, but it also it's a comforting thing, I guess you can say.
Just
I
grabbing the
don't
stick.
know. Yeah, I mean it's just like it sounds a lot cooler too whenever you're shifting through the gears and stuff like that. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, basically that's the reason why I started getting into cars at such a young age. I believe it was Too Fast Too Furious whenever was the first one I saw.
Ooh. No, that's a long time ago.
Oh yeah, we was little kids, man.
Fuck yeah. Nah, man. But yeah, there's a lot of things we could do with that. Like fucking put a Cummins motor in a fucking
Camaro, I've seen that happen.
yeah. I forgot his name. No, it was in a Mustang, wasn't it?
Nah,
Diesel?
well they
Turbo
did
diesel?
they did both of them. They did a Camaro and a Mustang. I'm like, yo, that's
Oh,
wild.
shit. Imagine in a fucking no.
It's like an
Bugatti's
Integra.
still fast already.
No, yeah, Bugattis are definitely very
I think
fast cars.
Fastest one right now, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I haven't really checked out the other
yeah.
ones. if
Like
being
I'm not
honest.
really into cars as much, but I know my way around them.
Yeah,
Speaking of cars, I need an oil change.
you need to get your oil changed.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
same
running
here, man.
Low, like 5%. Like
I know. I'll probably more than likely whenever I get back, I'm gonna have to change my oil and stuff like that. So
that's one thing. Like with the car, like a sports car like that.
hmm
Like I know how to change my oil, but I don't know how to change that
that
car's
specific
oil.
oil. Yeah, no, I got you.
Like I mean I know there's a drain plug and everything. Like I changed.
It's just like you're changing any other car. Basically, you just gotta know which is the engine and which is which is the oil pan and not the transmission.
And just drain all the transmission.
that would be bad. I've seen people do it before.
God damn it! Start driving on your.
You have to go get a whole new transmission.
Just
put
starts
in.
it blows out.
It could be difficult, man. If you don't know what you're doing, it could definitely be difficult.
Yeah. Nah, but other than that, but what's so speaking about like smoking, drinking, any of that, do you do any of that?
I used to. I'm not gonna say that I did that I don't or I haven't before, but I
Mhm.
definitely used to a lot. I believe from whenever I was 13 to
Damn.
I started pretty young.
I remember your crazy ass. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd see you just grab something. Like I was like, "What's that?" And you're like,
It's a beer.
Beer. I
You
was
want
like,
some?
It's like, no, we can't drink that.
No, yeah. It's just, especially with what happened with my parents or whatever. I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna start doing my own thing or whatever. Doing like I don't care what they say, and things like that. So it was definitely more towards like I want people to like check up on me, but nobody's willing to check up on me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Until
And-
someone checks up. on
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and then finally, it's just like it was one bad incident that I had with my mom. I don't know if she was drunk or I don't fully recall. I may have been drunk myself, or we could have just been arguing.
Uh-huh.
But I was definitely drinking the night before, or like in between.
Yeah.
And she was arguing. We were arguing about something, and she tried to grab me, and I just remember throwing her down. And she,
Oh shit.
it was a bad time or whatever. I believe like she had hit the rocking chair that we had or whatever, and my little sister was there too, and she looked at me and like it just kind of hit me. I'm like, dude, I gotta stop. Like I can't.
This is too much already.
Yeah, but I was still smoking and stuff like that too, so it was it's been different. And then earlier in the year or whatever, I was doing psychedelics, and
Oh my god.
so yeah, that was a pretty fun trip. I'm not gonna lie, it helped me with the process of my mom too,
Yeah,
and,
it hits a lot of people different.
my previous relationship. So it was definitely like
Bro, that was a long one, wasn't it?
yeah, it's I believe the first time I tried it was back in like February or so. I
Oh,
don't
shit.
recall. But yeah,
Damn.
I'm not saying that you should do drugs or whatever. Like,
No,
if you
no.
can find an outlet, like a healthier outlet, definitely go
drugs.
for it. But like,
We have to
but
put a warning sign in the front
right,
of the
just
video.
warn you.
explicit content.
Right? Nah, it just depends on how you cope, or like, cause certain people you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you can tell them like, yeah, don't do drugs or whatever, and then they end up just either way they're just gonna do
They end
it.
up doing it either way. I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, some people like me, like I am addicted prone. Like, I can get addicted pretty quick. like to certain things, like if I like them, you know, like smoking, like let's say nicotine or anything like that. It's not really an issue for me, because like I've smoked some vapes and shit like that. Never cigarettes, but like it's not something that I get stuck on like other people. Like I need this. They're all like crazy. Like you got anything? You got like no like.
Like
I can just throw it away and
keep
on with my life.
Yeah, that's definitely where I was too. Like I said, I mean, I used, like early in the year I was also smoking every now and then and stuff like that, but like it wasn't like heavily like how I was in high school and stuff like that. And whenever I would go out to parties at such a young age, you know, it was definitely an experience in itself.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I understand what you're saying. No, but yeah, like stuff like that, like so like something about the BEERSHFT. Like I know it's like basically branded around drinking, but and parties and shit. But most of it is like funny moments, like of what we do around, like when we're hanging out and shit like that.
No, it's just like friends having a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. Granted, you know, I don't really drink like I used to anymore. I can have a drink every now and then, but I just don't want to get to where I'm like drunk or anything like that. Because I don't want to get into my emotional side, I guess you can say.
it's gonna be
it'll be bad.
No, yeah, some people are like that.
Yeah, no, most definitely, and it also depends on
the situation.
Yeah, and like the vibes I'm getting off of everybody and like the energy that's around it and stuff like that. It all also depends on all of that too. So it's kind of like, should I do it? Should I not? Yeah.
Because with me, like I've never really gotten like aggressive or like emotional shit ton of times, but that's when I like really go like deep into the alcohol. Like I'm just like shot after shot, like a whole like bottle in it.
No, yeah, I got you.
I'm just gonna be spewing my words and
right.
But for the most part, I try to keep a buzz, like to where it feels nice. And if I black out, that's when everything goes to shit. It's like, I mean, not
you don't
really
know what
like,
you did.
Not really like fighting or anything like that.
Right.
But for the most part, it's just like keep a buzz. Once I feel it, like okay, chill out, like. And sometimes I don't know when the chill is the fuck part, because like I feel fine, but everyone's saying you're drunk, and I'm like, I know I'm drunk, but I'm not.
Am I that bad?
Not that bad yet.
Yeah.
Now once I start feeling that point, that's whenever.
So what, if you don't mind me asking, what is your definition of bad whenever you're drinking?
For me?
Yeah.
It's like it's like I've never really done it much, but it's like it depends a lot, because bad for me would be not being able to fucking walk right, fucking throwing up, like. And the only times that it's been really aggressive is when someone's really poking at you when you're like that. Like they're just poking.
Like they're egging you on in a way.
Yeah, they're just going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like, come on, keep going, or like.
Not even like.
Or just like annoying you.
They're just annoying. Yeah,
okay,
they're annoying the shit out of me. And or they're talking a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's about it.
No, yeah, people can do that. It just depends on how they're feeling that as well.
Yeah,
too.
and like you can talk shit back and then make everyone laugh. Like it's like that's how I figure a way around it. Cause like, yeah, they can talk shit and chill the matter.
Yeah. No, yeah, I got you.
Shut up, you're drunk already.
Right.
But that's where a lot of people get mad when you're like especially look, I get a little triggered when my family is telling me like, hey, stop, you're drunk. Like you're drunk. I'm here and you're drunk, and it pisses me off. It's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm a little fucked up, but I'm not to where like I can't still I'm still conscious. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
But once it gets to that point where I don't know what I'm doing, yeah, send me home.
Put me to
sleep.
Right. I mean, my mom passed away, so I guess I can say this, but me and my mom used to drink together too. And like I would be her DD, and I'll end up drinking myself. So, she would have to sober up, and I would be the one that's drunk. So, yeah, it's.
Those are the moments though that you really, like, You're like, damn, this is badass. Like,
No, yeah, it was definitely cool at the moment, like at the time being or whatever. Just like, yo, like I'm drinking with my mom.
those are the memories.
Yeah, no, it's part of it, most definitely. Um, but I try my best not to really think of like when I was drinking and stuff like that, just because I
No.
don't wanna. Cause I go back whenever I start thinking like when I was drinking and stuff like that. I go back to that time where I pushed my mom and like I felt, and like my little sister was there too, and you know, so I was like, oh crap, like
The
I
moments that went really bad. When you
yeah,
were-
no, that, and then the things with my like biological dad as well. So it was like, you know, I'm not gonna rat him out or anything like that, but like, you know, he wasn't the best whenever it came to drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, so it was like, in a way, I was not pursuing his footsteps, but like, it's just I was leading into someone I didn't want to be, or I was trying to run from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, I get you on that part, because for the most part, on my side, like of any of that, like I touched a bottle when I was like 17, I think, for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Like, like some people don't do that. Like some people like us, like they jump in and not for those so right reasons. Like, bro, I thought a shot was what I just took the shot from earlier. Like that big ass glass.
That was a little thing.
No,
Little shot
I
glass.
never knew that was a shot before during
Yeah.
that time, because I fucking grabbed the bottle from the fridge. Is my mom. She never really touched it either. Because they
She's
just
like, "I'ma
they
go
just had
for
them
it."
there because they liked the fucking bag.
No, I get that. That's understandable.
And the only one who really drank in like in my enclosed family, like my mom, dad, and all them, it was just my mom. My dad never drank, never smoked, never did anything like that. My
Right.
mom was the crazy one.
Yeah, nah,
she
yeah.
did all that.
Yeah, most definitely. It's crazy how sometimes we look at our parents and then we're just like, we kind of want to follow in their footsteps, but at the same time, you know, we're like, hell no, like I don't want to be like that.
I don't want to be a certain. I don't
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to end up doing all that and just going through the same stuff you're going through and things like that. So I'm like, it's difficult.
Yeah, like I remember when I was little, like when my parents weren't together at the time. My mom would drink a lot, not to the point where she couldn't like take
couldn't
care
function,
of us.
right.
Yeah, no. She'd drink a bit, and it's not like I'm calling my mom an alcoholic either. No, she didn't
No,
drink to
yeah.
the extent where she was like, woo, like
Right,
no.
right.
No, my mom took care of us, and but I would always tell her, like, she used to smoke cigarettes back then too. I always used to tell her, like, stop smoking, stop drinking, like all that. I didn't understand why, and until like I grew up later, when I started jumping, like just drinking a bit and maybe smoking a little bit, I understood why she did it. Like, bro, imagine having 2 kids and being a single mother.
No, yeah, and most definitely.
Like you can imagine that too. Like you know how it's been.
Yeah, and my mom, she did her best to raise us. You know, I remember her working 3 jobs, just trying to take care of me and my little sister, and like making sure we had food on the table, like clothes on our backs, a roof to stay under, and things like that. I remember, like I don't know how she did it. I'm guessing she did it like out of loans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She would purchase, like, if I wanted, I remember the first time the PlayStation 4 came out or whatever, she had got me it, and I was like, yo, like, you don't have the money to be doing, like, I told her, like, don't give me anything. If you can't afford it, don't get it. But she just wanted us to be happy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like because she knew that in a way I would take care of, or like I would want to pay it back in the future. I don't know if it's like a psychological thing or whatever whenever it came to that, but
I think you're on that aspect. She just wanted to see her kids happy.
no, yeah, most definitely. But like at the same time, it's like I don't know. I'm not my mom. I can't say, you know, I'm not her.
You can't really say anything about it.
Right.
We're not her.
Because I do remember at such a young age, I'm like, one day I'm gonna take care of you, and like one day I'm gonna have to, or one day I'm gonna, you know, be to the point where like you don't have to worry about work or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. Like every kid wants to do that for their family or like for their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But you know, with my mom passing or whatever, you know, I couldn't really, in a way, like it kind of shocked me. Like it's like, well, I can't do that now.
Yeah.
And then, but I still have my little sister, so I'm like, okay, I could take care of her, or like, you know, not take care of her to where like I'm paying for everything, but like
Yeah.
just kind of show her the ropes and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I'm trying to learn as much as I can now. So whenever she decides to go out on her own and stuff like that, she can definitely have more of a cushion, shall I say?
Yeah, like instead of jumping out like and flying,
Like kind of like how I did. I gave everything up to move to Austin and just like, you know what,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go,
yeah,
screw
yeah.
it. Like we'll figure something out or whatever. And you know, that also kicked me in the butt, but you know,
Kick you in the nuts a little bit.
yeah, it kind of it messed me up. But now I'm learning, so it's like, all right, cool, I'm straight.
That's the good part, man. Cause
You live and you learn.
basically, that's the motto for the day. You live and you
live
learn.
and you learn.
Fucked up a lot, but you live and you learn.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
All right, we're taking this time to a little intermission, and we're going to talk about one of our affiliates, Health Vape. Health Vape is a great way to stop smoking. Well, keep smoking, but a healthy alternative. There's vitamins in it in each pen to pod, and they're dual compatible, so they do work for that. You can get up to 15% off on Health Vape. I think it's 15%. I'm not sure, but I know you get a discount either way at checkout. Go check out healthvape.com, and the coupon code for that is going to be code BEERSHFT. BEERSHFT. That's going to be BEERSHFT. And back to the video. All right, so other than that, I want to jump into another conversation about dealing with loss. How you said, like, how did you like? We could talk about how you dealt with it, or like how you think other people would deal with it too. Like, you could probably like give your point of view on how like you dealt with loss.
Right. So whenever I found out that my mom had passed away, I had just got back from having a good time. I was actually at a rock, or it's called bouldering, but it's rock climbing, like indoor rock climbing.
Yeah.
And basically we were having a good time. It was me and a girl I was with at the time or whatever, and her sister and her boyfriend or her sister's boyfriend that she was with at the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were having a good time. Everything was going good. We got canes afterwards. I love canes, but that's besides the point. Anyways, like I was saying,
Shout out Canes.
For
Sponsor
real.
us.
You gotta sponsor us, nah. Or you gotta sponsor him. My bad. But if anything, it was definitely because it was like 12 o'clock. It was 12 o'clock, man. And October 16th is whenever we got the call. Like, it had just turned October 16th or whatever.
Damn.
My stepdad called me, and I heard my little sister crying. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, she passed. And then he told me, and then I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go down there tonight, or I'm not going to go up to Dallas tonight, but I am going to go tomorrow, and then we can figure everything out from there. What all we need to do, things like that. Basically, we got there, whatever, and you know they were crying, and I was holding it in. I haven't cried. I keep this in mind. I didn't cry like whenever I found out my mom had passed. I was trying to keep it together for everybody else. I did cry a little bit, like afterwards. Like I had looked through a post or whatever that I believe my stepdad had posted, and I was basically looking at it, and I just remember tearing up and like kind of crying. And the girl I was with at the time, she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine. Like I'm alright. It is what it is." Like just basically sounding like, "Yeah, I'm good." And but in my mind, you know, I was thinking like, "Bro, she ain't gonna be at my wedding if I have one. She ain't gonna see my little kids if I have any." I'm like, "Dang, how am I supposed to?" Like how like, you know, I wanted my mom to be able to see her grandkids and things like that, but at the time, you know, I was just thinking like, dang, like I just lost so much time, or like I lost so much time, especially thinking like, oh yeah, I'll figure it out or whatever. Because the last time I had seen her in person and actually spoke to her in person was in July of last year. And it was only for like 2 hours, and that was it.
Damn.
and like I was having a argument with the girl I was with at the time and whatever, so I wasn't even focused on spending time with my mom, and which sucks because um you know, there were a lot of times where I was like gonna go see her and stuff like that, and I ended up changing plans just so I can stay with my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, um, so I heavily regretted on that, but like it took me a little bit to, you know, process the death of my mom and just kind of like understand it, and then I also lost the relationship as well, so you know it also hit me too, so I'm like I just lost that, and then I ended up giving her the apartment or whatever. Granted, you know, she had family there or whatever, but uh, I gave her the apartment. And I was like, I'll figure it out. Like, I'll figure something out by myself or whatever. Like, because, you know, as a man, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And so it took me a little bit. And then finally, I tried psychedelics, and it helped me understand, like, my mom's always going to be a part of me. I'm her kid. She's always going to be a part of me. And it was kind of crazy how it happened because I had two little scars right here at the time, and then the last time I saw my mom's hand or whatever, she had the exact same scars on the exact same hand. So I was like, dang, my mom is always with me in a way, and like just kind of reassuring myself like I'm a part of her, she's a part of me, type of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like so it was a huge process, and then started going back to church, things like that, because my mom was very religious, like coming towards the end of her life or whatever. She was really religious, and you know she would always pray for me and things like that, and make sure I was good and I was happy, and she wanted me to go back to church or whatever, and like I told her, I was like, I just don't know any good churches or whatever. And it's crazy because 3 days after my mom had passed, I went and played basketball, and I met one of my friends there, and like he's a youth pastor, and I didn't know that, and he was like, hey man, how you doing? I was like, hey, I'm doing good or whatever, like just as guys, we say like, oh, I'm all right, like it is, and I'm just like, okay, no. But he was like, nah, how are you really doing? And it hit me, like it was like I was shocked. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't doing too hot. And he was like, well, what's going on? I was like, I just lost my mom 3 days ago. Like I'm not really I don't really want to talk about it right now, but like I'm just coming here to play basketball or whatever and just hang out and kind of clear my head. And that's what I did for that little bit. And then he was like, well, do you mind if I pray for you? And I was like, yeah, go for it. So then keep this in mind, this is 3 days after my mom had passed away. And he was asking, he kept telling me, he's like, hey man, come to our church or whatever and come and check it out and things like that. And I was like, yeah, sure, like I'll go check it out or whatever and things like that. I never did until like I believe until like February. No, yeah, I think it was February, like the beginning of February, January, maybe I tried it. And I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. And like I just remember going there, they were having like some youth conference type thing or whatever, and I just went just to go hang out with him. And then turns out like I ended up crying both those days, and I was like, dang, bro, I had so much stuff I wanted to let go, and I couldn't even let go. But keep in mind, like with the whenever the girl I was with was like, hey, I want to take a break or whatever, I was like, I don't do breaks. So we're either together or we're breaking up, and like she was like, well, I just need to focus on myself and stuff like that. And
how long?
After 3 years, it was literally after 3 years, and I'm not throwing any shade on her. Like, hey, she wants.
No, I will throw shade. No.
Nah, dude, it's all good. Like, I mean, in the end, I hope she's happy. I hope she's having a good time with, if she has anybody now or whatever.
That's a good thing.
No, yeah, and like, I really hope she's happy, and because I really did care and love her. Yeah. So and for a 21-year-old to say like, oh yeah, I love somebody is very difficult. Yeah. And like especially like knowing the meaning of love or whatever. Granted, I wasn't the best in the relationship myself, but I definitely could have been a lot better. But at the same time, like you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
I told you that's a quote for the day.
Oh yeah, and but I'm going off of the topic, but dealing with the loss or whatever, like I was doing meditations, kind of clearing my head. I looked I went to therapy. I started therapy. I started looking for life coaches. Yeah. And like was just trying to get on the good side, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get to trying to shift my mindset from like all this negative, stuff that was going on, and just like, how can I use this to become a positive thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, help you instead of hurt you.
Right. And like, instead of like dwelling on it and just like, man, I can't let this go or whatever, and like it's still a struggle, don't get me wrong, I'm still working on it. And that's the fun thing about it, is like I'm still going through it, but at the same time it's like I enjoy this, man. Like I'm enjoying
The
learning
process.
and just like learning so much, and just learning about how to calm my mind whenever it comes to whenever I'm feeling a certain type of way or whatever, and like if I'm feeling angry, how I can use my breath to kind of calm myself down. And just like the mind is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, very.
And it's crazy how we can use it to shift our entire mindset and just change our entire lives if we really wanted to where it's like I'm good, like whatever happens to me, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah. No, that was a big loss too, because I remember the day you told me a little bit about it on the phone, and I was confused too on how you held yourself together. Oh yeah, but that is and was a big loss about what happened with you, especially because I know how on the phone how calm you were, and I was confused. I was like, bro, like, how are you keeping yourself so together? But really inside you were hurting a lot.
Oh yeah. And
Like,
what's funny is that I'm not gonna say his name, but well, I guess I have to. I don't know if I should, but
I can bleep it out. You can say I bleep.
he
Oh.
yeah, he texted me one night or whatever, and was like, bro, how are you so strong? Like, he's like, I don't know how you're just holding it together and things like that. Just one random night, and it kind of got me thinking. Like, and I was out partying with a friend at the time, and I was with at the time, and whenever, and so we were hanging out or whatever, just at a little party or whatever, just hanging out, and then I was like, okay, I need to go by myself and just kind of read this real quick. And I read it, and then I just started thinking, like, I was outside by a campfire or whatever, just hanging out, and just started kind of dwelling on it and just like understanding, like, dang, bro, am I really this strong? Like, do I put out that I'm strong, but like deep down inside I'm like, bro, I'm just like, I don't know how to put it, but like the inner kid, the inner child or whatever, was like, dude, I just lost my mom. Like, I just lost the person that took care of me, that was my number one fan, that just cheered me on in football games. And like, out of everybody in the stands, I could hear her voice, and it's like it was crazy. Just like it all hit me at once. And then whenever we were on the phone talking or whatever about it, and I was like, yeah, like it was literally a couple of days after, like, he had told me that too, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. And I was just trying to, like, I was definitely trying just to keep the positive mindset. Just like, I gotta keep going. Like, I gotta keep, like, life doesn't, it doesn't.
Don't stop.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, as soon as my mom died, it was, granted, it was on the weekend, but Monday came around and I went straight to work. And, like, I didn't choose to wait around and just like, oh, I need time to heal and things like that. And like, no, I got straight into work, and like, I couldn't think about it. I was using that as an escape as well.
To not think about it.
Yeah, to not think about it. And like, I was trying so hard not to think about it and just not think about whatever was going on. And then we went on a trip to Colorado, and like me and the girl I was with at the time and whatever, like we went on a trip to Colorado for our 3-year anniversary. And basically, man, I was having the best time of my life. Granted, unfortunately, I didn't have enough money, or like a lot of money, and I felt terrible for not knowing anything about finances whenever it came to the relationship or whatever. Because I mean, I was also paying my mom, making sure she was taken care of, and like just paying everybody else around me.
Oh shit.
Instead of like actually having time for myself, or like paying myself first in a way.
Yeah. And
just, I was trying to take care of everybody else so that way I could feel like, oh, I'm doing good or whatever. But deep down inside, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm broke right now. I was like, I'm trying so hard to get back in, like, get to where I want to be, and I can't even do that, and I'm like, it is what it is. Like I said, you live and you learn, bro. Like it's just like now I'm like, okay, well, how can I get my finances straight? How can I do this? How can I keep staying in a positive mindset? How can I shift into a positive mindset from at such a young age it was always negative, and like it was negative stuff around me, and like I've been listening to a lot of podcasts or whatever, like dealing with shifting your mindset from a negative to a positive, and just trying to basically, like, I've listened to Jay Shetty, Ed Milet, who else? I think his name is Rob. I don't remember his name, but it's like the School of Greatness or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I've been watching his stuff, and I've just been watching a lot of like motivational stuff to kind of keep me going, but at the same time it's like just trying to understand the, like, also leaning into practices with a life coach, my therapist, my counselor, whatever.
That
and I'm
is no, like some people think that like jumping off a little bit of that onto that topic too.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people think just because you go see a therapist or a counselor or anything like that you're weak, or like that you're something's like really like fucked up with you.
No, yeah, and that's the thing too, is like I noticed that, and I'm like, bro, it actually helps a lot. Like you really think that I'm gonna be able to hold all this, anger and like sadness and everything that I'm feeling like inside, and not be able to show it out in the world? Like, heck no. Like I need help with, I need help. And that's whenever I had lost everything, dude. Like I tell you what, I lost my mom, the relationship, and then my apartment. Like granted, like I gave it to her or whatever, but
it's a big like fucking push and hit.
No, it was definitely like a big
explosion.
Yeah, it was like a like
a nuke on you.
Yeah, in a way, like it's like, yeah, you thought you was doing good. I'm a Rocky, bro. Like I got rocked on some real stuff. Like I just got sucker punched so bad in my life, man. And I was like, all right. Well, how can I learn from this?
And no, that's a good thing. So if any of y'all out there have any issues like that, and if you really don't have a family member, friend, anything like that, I would say go talk to a therapist or a counselor, someone that will listen. And for the most part, most people do have someone, like whether it be an uncle, mother, brother,
a friend,
friend. Just a friend, like just so they can listen to you. But at the same time, like Tim's saying, is that therapist, life coach, all that, they're there for a reason. They're not there just for the fuck of it. So, I mean, if anyone is interested in anything like that, y'all should go check it out,
No, yeah, and like what he's saying is 100% true. Like I would definitely recommend going to a therapist or someone that you can trust, and even if it's, I mean, granted, there's strangers or whatever, but legally they cannot tell your stuff to anybody. Like if they do, they can lose their jobs. You can sue them. There's a lot of, I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure you can sue them, but in regards to that, like it definitely, it helps just to have somebody listen and talk to you, because like as a man and I mean, granted, I'm still growing. Like I'm only 21. I'm still learning.
Yeah, a lot to live through.
Right, and like in a way, it's just like you learn so much from people that are older than you too, and like just asking for help is not weak. Like if you don't know what you're doing, ask for help. If you need help in regards to a loss or just
any problem that you think is major, really.
No, yeah, and like that's the thing, is like a lot of we were taught at such a young age, and granted, it was just my mom teaching me this, but she was like, you got to be a man, you got to figure out your own stuff, and just basically what society tells us, what I'm saying. And like the thing is like what I'm seeing nowadays, like in the dating culture and just like in general, is like guys are kind of tired of that, bro. They're just like, dang, I want to be happy too. Like it's like they don't know what we're going through. They don't know if we're upset, if we're feeling a certain type of way or whatever.
You can't really let it out.
Yeah, and like whenever we do, there are times whenever,
like, oh, you're just bitching.
Yeah, just like, dude, you're complaining. Like why would you Like, quit being like that. Quit being a little female or whatever. Like, don't be like that. Just kind of, just man up and do your own thing. And I'm like, dude, it's kind of messed up to say that to somebody. And like, there's a lot of people like, even just listen to podcasts. Some people can help you out in podcasts. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, just listening to us talk, really. Like, I know. What comes out of my mouth most of the time isn't very nice or or family friendly. But what he's saying, I would listen. Like, I'm not the best. I mean, none of us are really. But
nobody's perfect, especially like whenever it comes to, we can create our own future. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I've definitely been learning with the law of attraction and stuff like that. Granted, I don't know if it's real.
That's sorry to interrupt, but that is something I was gonna talk, like I was curious about that law of attraction.
Right.
I've heard like FouseyTube, like he's a YouTuber, like he always said law of attraction. I know, granted, he had a breakdown a year ago or
right.
So, and that's why I know like he was off his meds and everyone was telling him get back with your meds and. But he would always bring up the law of attraction. Like, I never knew what that, like, is it like you say it and you, like,
you can say it, you can write it down, you can just think about it, but, like, it's you got to believe it, though. That's the thing. Is like, from what I've heard, at least, you have to believe. Like, say I want to be happy. We'll just use that example or whatever. Like, I mean, everybody wants to be happy, but,
yeah.
What do those feelings come with it? You know what I mean? Like, how does it feel to be happy? Or what is my definition of happy? What does that look like to me? Write it down. Talk, like, just say it out loud. Basically just trying to put it in I guess spiritual thing or whatever. I believe in God. That's just me.
Oh, yeah.
But like, people were just like, well, just say it out to the universe. And it was like, you say it, you believe it, it's gonna attract to you. Like, just like if you're constantly thinking in a negative mindset,
the negative things are just
exactly negative things are always gonna happen to you. You're just gonna be it's just gonna be loss after loss after loss after loss.
Yeah, you're not gonna be winning.
Yeah, no, I mean, until you make that switch or until you make it to where you're like, okay, I'm done being negative, I'm done hurting, like, I want to change this, how can I do this? Definitely look into reading. Like, reading actually helps, dude. There's a lot of books that are out there talking about switching your mindset from a negative to a positive. There's, like I said, podcast even. There's YouTube videos, meditation, like guided meditations and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to go to church, man. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to or anything like that, but like, if you feel like you should, go for it.
You need God. That's
hey, man, everybody needs God. That's the thing. But like, it just depends, It really depends on if you want it bad enough, you'll definitely do it.
You'll get it. You'll get it for sure.
And just like E.T. says, I believe, it's like, if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I believe is how it goes. But either way, it's like if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, like, of course you don't want to die.
Yeah, you don't want to die.
So then,
breathing is like just automatic. Imagine.
Exactly. Like imagine you just stop breathing.
That bad. Like you're gonna get it.
Exactly. I believe that's the law of attraction. Is like, if you really want it as bad as you say you do, then go for it. Yeah, you just do it. And that's the thing with me, is like, I always thought about it. I always thought like, okay, yeah, I'll figure it out. Let me figure it out first before I start.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let me do that.
You think about it.
Yeah, and then now I'm like, oh, I gotta do it, bro. Like, I can't just say that I'm gonna, or just think about it and like, okay, no, life is beating me up too much. I'm going through this hard time or whatever, and just like trying to figure it out. I'm still a kid in a way, and just like, dude.
We're just wallowing in self-pity.
Yeah, like, in my mind, I'm like, you said you want to be somebody great, but you're being
like this.
Yeah, you're being like this. Like, how you're holding yourself back.
Basically,
in a way.
You're basically holding yourself back like that.
And that's the thing, is like, you can have people telling you all these negative things and things like that, but like, if you have somebody, or if you tell yourself like, no, they don't see the vision the way I do it, they don't see the dream that I see, then that's on them. Like, you live in your own universe, if you want to put it in like spiritual terms or whatever. You are your own person.
Yeah, yeah. And on that topic of pursuing things and going for them, like I'm a procrastinator from the start. I'm lazy as hell. Like I see some things that I can do pretty well. Like I don't like being in one thing. I like jumping around from thing to thing, like topic to things. Like I just can't stay like stuck on one certain thing, because if I stay stuck, it gets too boring for me, and like I just wanna. I just get mad about it. It's like it's stupid. Why am I still here? You know,
right.
I already mastered it. Let me go somewhere else. And that at the same time, it's like not that you master it, but you get pretty good at something where you know you got it down, and you just want to learn something else.
Right.
That's how I am. Like, and part of it, like being lazy, that's just like I just gotta learn how to overcome that.
No, yeah, me too, man. Like I hate to say it, but my friend, the one that helped me out or whatever, whenever my mom had passed or whatever, he was like, "Dude, you're lazy." he straight up said it, and like I'm glad you pointed that out. Like I really needed someone to tell me, like, bro, you're lazy. Like, quit being like that. You say you want to be somebody great, go do something about it. And I'm like, yo, that's the stuff I need, man. Like that's what I need to hear. Like this is something I need to hear or whatever. Oh, dude, my eye is just. But like, so in my mind I was like, all right, let's switch. Let's flip the script. Instead of always being in a negative mindset, heck yeah, bro, let's go.
Let's go do it.
Let's do it. And like with Kobe, oh bro, Kobe, if you want to learn not a positive mindset, but like to get stuff done, Kobe Bryant is definitely one of the people I look at anyways. Whenever it came to work ethic. Whenever it came to work ethic, bro, his work ethic was so crazy. And granted, you know, I love basketball. That's just who I am as a person. Play basketball almost every other day. So if you're ever in the Cedar Park area and you want to go to hoop or something, you know, go to the rec center on Tuesdays. We definitely have some good runs.
Yeah, I don't know where that's somewhere where they live.
Yeah, it's in Austin. Unfortunately, we're not in Austin, but you know, we're back home in Rockport, Texas. So it's pretty cool to be back. And this is actually where I left my mom's ashes. Here in in the ocean.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I swear.
Damn.
And and I'm actually gonna go up like after we finish this. Like I'm gonna definitely go by there like later on in the day or whatever and just check it out. And,
that's
like,
why you wanted to be next to the ocean.
And just be able to spend time and meditate and just be like. I'm not gonna say she's there with me. She was always with me, but like
kind of like be with your mom.
Yeah, in a way, and just like hang out and just like be home. I guess you can say, like, I mean, home can be anything for anybody, you know what I'm saying? It can be a person, it can be a place. I mean, it could be a song even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely up for whatever you want it to be. So that's definitely something I like. And in regards to that, you know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because, I mean, how you're saying it, like, you can change your mindset, you can do a lot of that, and for a lot of people it is really hard, because for my factor, like I know since I don't want to say I know that I can be great. I know I can, but I know that since I was young, like my mom, I think that's why, because my mom instilled in us that we can be someone, we can be someone doing what we love to do, even if like hardships come, like you say. She always is like, and that's the good thing, like I'm grateful because not many people have that opportunity that I have.
No, yeah.
That she says, go for it, because you know you got the cushion down here, like, at all times, even when I left.
See, with my mom, she was like, I always knew she would give me a cushion, but she was like, if you leaving, you best know that it's gonna up. Like if you try to come back or whatever, you're gonna up your rent and things like that. We're gonna do a lot of, like we're not gonna baby you anymore. You're an adult.
Yeah,
like, you gotta get your stuff together and things like that.
There's that part too, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's cool, and I'll figure it out. And I still haven't went to Dallas, and you know, like I said, my mom passed or whatever. But, my stepdad and my little sister like would just come back or whatever. You can figure things out over here. I'm like, no, I gotta prove it. I gotta prove it to myself and everybody else. Like, bro, I'm not this mistake. Like I'm not lazy in a way.
Yeah.
Like in a way, I gotta prove it. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Is like I'm trying to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I don't know anything, but at the same time, it's like you learn throughout the process. You live and you learn.
That's something that you're starting to grow as a person a lot more now, and you're seeing how you faulted in a lot of things, but the thing is that you're finally fixing and
The problem.
doing better.
No, yeah, I'm definitely going to the point where I'm like, I did this.
Yeah.
I allowed everything to happen. I mean, granted, you can't allow death or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Death is inevitable, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's
you
always gonna
can't hide
happen.
from
But,
it.
like death is everywhere around us. But at the same time, there's also life. And that's the reason why I tried psychedelics or whatever, to see how it felt whenever it came into things like that. Excuse me. And it just kind of made me realize, like, just because I lost something doesn't mean I can't create something better.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I see what I'm talking about now.
I see the excitement in your face.
No,
you
yeah,
talk about
it's
this.
definitely, like I said, dude, it's
like you're just waiting for it to happen.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is like
Not
I'm
waiting, but you're working towards it.
exactly, and
Yeah.
that's the thing is like I'm trying to understand. Not trying, but I'm understanding the process of it. Is like it's gonna be ups and downs,
But you're gonna get there.
but I'm gonna get there because I want it bad enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I want to be comfortable. I want to be happy. I want to be not comfortable, but like I want to be able to help other people out of. I want to be able to help them out of this something like me, or even worse. I want to be that person for someone. You know what I'm saying?
That they look for.
Yeah, and like that they don't have to be ashamed to be who they really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to be scared of who they truly are. Like I accept people for who they are.
Yeah, I mean.
And that's the reason why, like, now I'm saying about the relationship or whatever. Like I said, with my ex or whatever, I hope she's happy. I hope she's doing good. Like, I pray to God she's doing good.
That's good.
Because, that's, as a man, that's how you gotta view things. Granted, she wanted to split up, that's on her.
Yeah, it's none of your fault. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe, I don't know.
That's the thing, is like, I don't know. I'm not her. I can't say
Yeah.
that, it was just her fault. I can only put it from my point of view. Like, she wanted out, then that's okay.
For her
like,
reasons.
Yeah, for her reasons. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you can't go. I'm not gonna be controlling or whatever.
It's like you can't leave now.
No, yeah, it's like we invested so much time. You really gonna do this now? And things like that. I did say that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's 3 years.
It's reasonable, yeah.
Yeah,
3
it
years
was like
of your
3
life.
years.
You could be doing something else if she want to be with you.
No, yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm like okay, well, or now I'm just like okay, I get it. How can I move on and just get into where I want to be and as my own person? Because I lost myself in the relationship. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
got really comfortable in the relationship.
You got chubby. in the
That too,
relationship.
yeah,
Bro,
that
you
too.
got skinnier though.
I'm trying.
I
I'm
see
not
it.
gonna say I'm not gonna say that
see
I'm
it, dog. Last
not.
time you came by, you
I was pretty big,
Yeah,
yeah.
now
I
you're
was-
skinnier.
No, yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like I'm not trying, but I'm working out more. I'm not gonna say I'm lifting weights or anything. I do every now and then, but I'm mainly going out for runs, playing basketball,
That's cool.
just being active. I mean, also working outside in this Texas heat, bruh.
Fuck.
It is terrible.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
that.
I'm not gonna say I hate my job. I love it. Just learning everything of it. Granted, sometimes I'll be having to shovel poop, but it is what it is.
Oh, out of the septic.
Yeah, it's not fun, but at the same time, it's like, dude, this is a useful skill to have. And what's crazy is that my ex is actually the one like, you should try out plumbing. I was like, all right, we'll see how it goes. And I mean, I like it. It's not what I want to do, but it's a stepping
It'll get
stone.
you through.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And you learn stuff on the way.
exactly, and like especially if I want to be able to flip houses, I won't have to pay somebody to come and do it. I could do it myself. Like I know what I'm doing, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, you and me just got along pretty good.
Because we've always been homies though.
Yeah,
Basically grew up in the womb.
straight out the womb.
Yeah, like I think my dad was friends with your mom or something like that, or my mom was friends with yours,
My mom was friends with your mom.
and
And
like
your
that's
dad.
that's how we all connected and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool. He's like a built-in brother in a way.
Basically, bro, like I never, like I would see the moments where, because I knew you did get in trouble a lot, you got
Mhm.
mad, but you never did anything wrong with me. Like, you never said anything like that. You never let it out like that.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why when you tell me about all this shit, I'm like, what? That's
surprised.
That's not you.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was like I said, man, I was hurting. I was just trying to look for someone to help me, and I never got that help. I was trying to look for a father figure, but I never got it. So I was like, all right, I gotta make my own, or what I think would be a father figure. Turns out it didn't really go out too well, but now I'm doing good. I got to the point where I forgave my biological dad.
You what? You hear that too, right?
Yeah. Sounds like water.
The neighbor cutting his yard.
Or maybe.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. Help me back.
Nah, but yeah, like Mother's Day. It was the day before Mother's Day. I drove down to San Saba. I took him out to lunch, and we were just talking.
You with your dad?
Yeah. And
you
I told him,
about that, right?
I was like, I forgive you. I was like, I forgive you a long time ago. I'm just giving you your peace, but you're not gonna be a part of my life. He's like, you have other kids you need to worry about. Take care of them. Make sure they get raised properly. Don't let them go the way that I did. Like, be there for them at all times. I was like, in relationship wise, like he was telling me, he was like, I can't get over your mom and whatever and things like that. They were together for 14 years. Granted, 14 years compared to 3. I still gave him like advice. I'm like, look, you gotta learn how to let go. Granted, it's difficult for me to do it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm still young. I'm learning. I'm still going. Yeah, exactly. You live and you learn. Like I'm learning as much as I can from podcasts, from mentors, from life coaches. You know.
What do you think the life coaches and all them are gonna say about this?
I have no idea, bro. I really
I
hope
think your therapist might like it. She's
my
like,
therapist most definitely. I prayed
like an outlet.
No,
like,
yeah, and especially I pray my life coach likes it too, because she's the one that's helped me out more than anything. She was actually the one that allowed, like, in a way, she's very spiritual. So she was like, your throat chakra, there's like different chakras and other people's like beliefs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
She was like, it's so closed up. The first time I ever met her, bro, I cried in front of her.
Why?
Because she was like, just say what you need to say, and I was able to say it, and I was like, bro, that's crazy. Like, just this random person that just was like, I will help you out.
Well, just hearing that, a lot of people need it just to hear that.
Exactly, like it
I'm here,
helps
like,
so.
you know?
Exactly, and that's the thing too. Is like, you can't focus on that too. I'm like, all right, and like, don't get me wrong, I slipped up a couple times, and she was like, well, you learn from this. Like, take this. What you did, you messed up. Don't let that carry on. Understand it? Say, okay, I'm letting it go, and then turn the other cheek and go. So like, all right, cool. And granted, like, it's a struggle. It's definitely a struggle, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I got you. Like, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna start doing it more.
That's good. That's great, man.
Oh, yeah.
So you really are getting. You're gonna get there.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. I know I'm gonna make it.
I see the look in your eyes. And
yeah, no,
that says everything.
It's a determination, bro. On some real stuff. It's determination.
I've seen all I need to see. I know you're gonna get there.
Yeah, it's just because I want to be happy, man.
I mean,
that's all I want. I want to be peace. I want to be at peace, man. Just in life in general, I want to be to where, like I said, I come to my deathbed and just be like, I helped so many people.
I did what I had to do.
Yeah, and it was like I did my part. And just be like, God, you can take me now, because I did my part. But at the same time, it's like I'm also learning. I'm still learning. I'm still young. I'm still trying to understand.
And that's good that you realize, like,
at such a young age.
Now.
Yeah.
Because realizing when you're 30, 40.
Right, and my
so
therapist.
you're late in the game.
Yeah, and my therapist even said, she's like, it's crazy for you, at your age as a young man, to come by yourself seeking help. Most people don't do that till they're 60. It's like, that's 60 years old compared to a 21-year-old.
And they have a lot of regrets.
And they have a lot of regrets. Me, I mean, yeah, I have a lot of regrets, but at the same time, I can learn from those.
You still have time.
Yeah, I still got a lot of time.
No.
So I'm like, all right, I'll do what I can to understand as much as I can now, and then if I'm able to help somebody out, hey, dude, that's cool. I'll be doing it with a smile. If I'm struggling, like, I mean, I'm struggling now, but I'm still smiling. I still try and show as much as positivity as I can. Granted, you know, there are days where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be around anybody. Please don't talk to me. Like, just let me be by myself because I need to recoup. I need to come up to myself and be like, all right, I'm good. I'm energized again. Let's go do something. In a way. And sometimes, people are just like, nah, let's go do something. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. You can't be by yourself. Things like that. I'm like, well, that's how
you deal with it.
Yeah, like, that's how I can calm myself down
and get back up.
Right. And sometimes you got to feel those feelings. That's another thing too. Is like you got to, if you're feeling sad, feel it. But once you're done feeling sad,
like, that was nothing. All right, so one thing before we do end it, what do you want to tell the people that would listen to this either in the future or now?
What do I want to tell them? Like, what do you mean?
What would you want?
Like, leave a mark?
Like, what would you want to say to anyone out there that needs they need help with any mental help or like just listening, that they just need to find that one person that helps them deal with what they got to do, What would you say to
just
that
ask
person? Just ask
anybody. I mean, I did it on Facebook. I did it to a community board or whatever in a town that's near or where I work at, and that's near where I was living at the time. I just asked, I was like, are there anybody, like any life coaches or anybody seeking, or like our mentors or whatever, that can mentor me or possibly help me with some stuff? Like, I'm looking to change my life. I got so many comments from that, just saying like, it's crazy for a little, they called me a kid. I mean, granted I am.
Kid,
right. And so I was like, okay, like, yeah, I definitely want help. And like for them to be like, whoa, you need help. Here are some people. And then like, if I wouldn't, I'm glad I chose my life coach because she's amazing, dude. Like, I mean, she's helped me with so much, and like her past has probably not been the best either for her to like relate to some of the things that I was talking about. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, just getting to know somebody, dude. Just talking, just not being afraid to talk. And granted, I say it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I mean, even now, apps are like starting to, or like therapists are starting to create their own apps and stuff like that, to where it's a lot cheaper. Yeah.
They're just like FaceTime, really.
Right.
Or just send them a message and
like they'll message you back. I mean, there's a lot of things. You can go to a physical person and stuff like that. If you're in places like that allow psychedelics and stuff like that, I would definitely recommend psychedelic therapy.
Not in any illegal states.
No, yeah, not in any illegal states for sure. But,
but it might be allowed.
We never know.
Yeah,
I mean,
and to each their own. If someone chooses to do something they want to do, then
they can do it. But
yeah.
As long as you have somebody that's actually trying to help you,
like someone helping you, and more of a professional help too. So
yes, but please
under
do not
supervision.
Don't do it in the legal states or illegal states, shall I say?
Is there any legal states?
Unfortunately, Texas is one.
Legal.
Oh, legal states, yeah, Oregon, almost anywhere up north, bro.
So up there, go ahead. Supervision only though. And yeah,
I don't know how much it costs.
Make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah, I don't know how much it costs or whatever, but like definitely, if they were able to create a plant or not a plant, but like a
pill,
not a pill, a facility for people to just to go in there and experience, not just to try out the drug or whatever. Like it's not a drug, it's a medicine. They call it medicine.
So use it as a medicine.
Yes, to be able to understand more about yourself, and like granted, it's it can be hallucinogenic or whatever, but it'll help you understand a lot.
Yeah. And
there's even a show on Netflix or whatever that came out.
Oh yeah, we texted on the phone.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Yeah. I think it's like How to Change Your Mind or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But it's definitely talking about psychedelics and their effects and the pros and cons and stuff like that. So if you want to check that out and learn more about it, definitely go to check it out.
Yeah, you'll find it on Netflix real quick.
Yeah.
And that's a good. I think we hit the time mark. That's gonna be about it. So, thank you for watching. Beerscape.
We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching.
Y'all take care.
Like and subscribe. Check out Manscaped at the 4.0 lawnmower at checkout. Code BEERSHFT, BEERSHFT. Also check out Health Vape. Check out same code. Thank you for watching. Links are going to be in the description. Go check out the BEERSHFT. I mean, pretty good show. Or what would you call it? A show? episodes of BEERSHFT? I never came up with.
I mean, it just depends. Just videos, even.
Just videos. Just
you could
videos.
do that. And if you need somebody to talk to, like, I have no problem.
Like anyone near that's close to any of us, like if you're someone random from the internet, like go seek a friend, go look for help.
Yeah, but anybody that knows, like me specifically, or even knows Omar specifically or whatever, then definitely reach out. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help, or like if you just want to talk to somebody, hey, I'm always down to talk to somebody. So,
Yeah,
like, I do my best to help out as much as I can. So that's all I can do.
You're gonna be a motivational speaker, life coach / therapist.
Imagine.
Maybe. Who knows?
You never know, man. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.